Cincinnati has clinched the Supporters' Shield. What an achievement for a franchise that not long ago was a laughingstock.
I think it is absolutely fair and right and just for us to spend a little time and kind of do a ode to Cincinnati for what they have accomplished. And again, it's in the context of the reminder that when this team came into the league as an expansion team, and we're going to get to it, but for the most part, traditionally, expansion teams struggle when they come into the league. And they did. Cincinnati was not just bad, but historically bad and just failure after failure for a number of years. And they have come out the other side and gone the complete opposite. And as you said, they are the Supporters' Shield winners. Congratulations to that entire organization, and in particular to the players and to Pat Noonan as the leader, the coach, and to Chris Albright behind the scenes kind of orchestrating this and putting this together and bringing them to the mount. It is not easy to win a Supporters' Shield in any league, including Major League Soccer. And this is a trophy worth celebrating. I know that there are those out there that look at it in a certain way. And I will say that relative to your season ticket fan base and to your ticket sales base out there in terms of your market, this does signify that you have given the most consistently successful product to your customers out there in the market in terms of the 8 months or so that you have played. You'll have your moment. The confetti will come down. The music will play. You will raise the trophy. It will forever be yours. And then very, very quickly, people will turn their attention to MLS Cup because don't kill the messenger. It's all fine and well to win Supporters' Shield. But if you don't then double down and parlay it into winning MLS Cup, I hate to be the bearer of bad news to Cincinnati or anybody else, but nobody gives a crap about the Supporters' Shield.
I feel like this is an annual tradition on the State of the Union podcast. At this time of the year, we discuss the merits of winning the Supporters' Shield, and I always bring up a Matt Doyle quote, and I'm going to do that again here. Okay. This was from his Armchair Analyst column, which I read religiously whenever he writes it. He's been kind of missing in action a little bit this season because of his Apple TV duties, but he did write this one. He says, I'll get it on the record once more. The Shield is the single best trophy an MLS team can win. It's the truest measure of who the best team in the league actually is, for one. And for two, it means you gave your fans 8 straight months of sustained winning soccer. Now, you agree with the second part of what he said, not so much the first part.
No, because MLS has always been about MLS Cup. And because we play a season and we have a league that has playoffs in a country and culture that for the most part has playoffs when it comes historically to our sports, it is the most important thing. Now, I will say that the Supporters' Shield winners, it becomes much more important and I think much more worthy of praise when you do parlay it into MLS Cup. And each and every year, another thing that we do, it's kind of evergreen, is we tell you how many teams ultimately have been able to do that. And it's very few relative to the almost 30 years that MLS has been in existence. So it's very, very difficult. And oftentimes what happens is the play during your regular season doesn't always translate, and you have teams that find a way to get hot in the playoffs. And what they did in that previous eight months is often just kind of flushed off the table here. We'll see if Cincinnati, that has been good and consistently good through the year, is, like I said, able to parlay it into a potential MLS Cup. Because if they don't, they can sit there and celebrate the Supporters' Shield, but the only one that really is going to be remembered is who wins MLS Cup.
Yeah, if the same team wins both, then it's a moot point, as LAFC did last year. But more often than not, that doesn't happen.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.